3 months later, the H-9X was the talk of the aviation world. The coal stabilization system, a blend of manual and automated controls designed by Ethan's intuition, had made it the safest helicopter in production. The Hale Group's stock had soared, and the hostile takeover was a distant memory. But inside the company, the culture had changed even more than the technology. Victoria Hale no longer walked past her employees without looking them in the eye. She had started a program to identify and nurture the hidden talents of her frontline workers, remembering that a legend might be hiding behind a broom, a desk, or a security badge. Ethan Cole still arrived at the facility early, but now he wore a flight suit that bore his name and rank instead of a janitor's uniform. He still walked past the tarmac every morning, and sometimes he would stop to touch the skin of a prototype with a gentle, knowing hand. He didn't do it to prove his power. He did it to listen to the metal, to ensure it was being treated with the respect it deserved. He would mentor the younger pilots, teaching them not just how to read the gauges, but how to read the soul of the aircraft. He was no longer a man haunted by the past. He was a man who had integrated his scars into his future. He knew that Miller would have wanted him in the cockpit, not in a broom closet. On the day of the official launch, as the cameras flashed and the world's media watched the H-9X perform a flawless demonstration, Ethan didn't stay for the gala. He didn't wait for the applause or the trophies. He didn't care about the headlines calling him the savior of Hale Aerospace. As the clock struck 4:30, he handed his helmet to a junior engineer and walked toward his car. Victoria caught him at the gate, her own face glowing with a new kind of satisfaction. "They're waiting for the lead pilot to give a speech, Ethan," she said with a knowing smile. "The president of the FAA is here." Ethan didn't stop. "The lead pilot has a more important appointment," he replied, clicking his seatbelt. "It's Taco Tuesday, and I promised a 9-year-old I'd be there for the first bite. Tell the FAA I'll see them tomorrow at 8 a.m. Family doesn't have a standby list." Victoria watched him drive away, her own perspective on success forever altered. She realized that the H-9X wasn't the only thing that had lifted off that day on the tarmac. A man had found his courage, a daughter had found her hero, and a CEO had found